You're listening to BambinoBabble's story. Once upon a time, in a small town nestled in the heart of a snowy forest, there lived a young boy named Jack. Jack loved Christmas more than anything in the world, and he eagerly awaited the arrival of the holiday season each year. One frosty December morning, Jack was walking to school when he heard a beautiful sound. It was a tinkling, jingling sound, like nothing he had ever heard before. He looked around, but he couldn't see anything that might be making the noise. As he continued on his way, the sound grew louder and clearer. He followed it until he came to a small clearing in the forest. There, he saw a tiny, glittering sleigh being pulled by a team of 8 miniature reindeer. In the sleigh was a jolly old man with a long white beard and a twinkle in his eye. He wore a bright red suit trimmed with white fur, and his belly shook like a bowl full of jelly as he laughed. "Hello, Jack," said the old man. "My name is Kris Kringle, but most people know me as Santa Claus. Would you like to come for a ride in my sleigh?" Jack was thrilled and climbed into the sleigh beside Santa. As they soared over the treetops, Jack noticed that the bells on the harnesses of the reindeer were making the beautiful jingling sound. "I love that sound," said Jack. "What are those bells called?" "They're called jingle bells," said Santa. "They're one of my favorite things about Christmas." As they flew through the sky, Santa told Jack all about the magic of Christmas and the joy it brings to people all over the world. Jack was fascinated by everything he heard, and he knew that he wanted to be a part of that magic. When the ride was over, Santa gave Jack a small jingle bell as a memento of their adventure. Jack treasured the bell and kept it with him always, ringing it whenever he needed a bit of Christmas magic. Years went by, and Jack grew up to be a kind and generous man who loved to spread joy and cheer to those around him. Every Christmas, he would ring his jingle bell and remember the magic of that snowy day in the forest. One year, on a particularly dark and stormy Christmas Eve, Jack was out delivering presents to the children in his town. As he walked through the blinding snow, he heard a faint jingling sound. He looked around, but he couldn't see anything in the whiteout conditions. As the sound grew louder, Jack realized that it was coming from his own pocket. He reached inside and pulled out his jingle bell. To his amazement, the bell began to glow with a warm, golden light. Suddenly, the storm cleared, and Jack found himself standing in the middle of a bustling Christmas market. People were laughing, singing, and spreading joy everywhere. And there, in the center of it all, was Santa Claus himself. "Welcome, Jack," said Santa with a twinkle in his eye. "You've been chosen to help me spread Christmas magic to those who need it most. Are you ready?" Jack nodded eagerly, and he and Santa set off to deliver presents and spread joy throughout the world. They traveled to every corner of the globe, bringing cheer and happiness to people of all ages and backgrounds. And in the end, Jack realized that the true magic of Christmas wasn't just in the jingle bells or the presents or even in Santa himself. It was in the spirit of love and kindness that filled the hearts of people everywhere, and that would continue to shine bright long after the jingle bells had stopped ringing.